All right, so high fuel prices, do they affect your business? Do they affect mine? Let's get into it. All right, guys, so day-to-day operations, high fuel prices, high diesel prices, they don't affect my daily operations at all. They are already built in, fuel prices are already built into the estimate. Now, do they affect my monthly operation? Yes, I go back, look at, what I spend. You guys can see from the thumbnail, I'll throw another picture up here. That's what I'm paying right now in this area for diesel. I have about a 48-gallon tank, so that was a pretty big one. So I go through that probably every 5 days, 6 days, depending on how much I drive, obviously. But I'm filling up probably 4 to 5 times a month. So if you do the math and you do your monthly operations, you're like, that's a chunk of change that you've got to make sure that you're charging for. And yes, I charge for it. Quick example. So just did a fence for the customer. Fantastic, came out great. And he wants me to do a deck, and so I quote him the deck. The deck, actually, I looked at my numbers for the deck. I added money because of fuel pricing. It's not exactly a close job. It's about 20 minutes away, so 45-minute round trip, and I have to, you're looking at 4 or 5 trips there, give or take. Depends on if I have to pull permits or not. And so that has to be paid for. I up my price a little bit because of the fuel. That's how it's affecting. I take into everything, into my overhead, as you should too. So everything goes into my overhead price, and I look at that and I see what I need to make each day. So, and then obviously if fuel prices go down, it's great. I don't have to raise my prices. I can lower them if I want to. I have a little wiggle room in my my gross profit, if you will, and we can move forward from there. So yeah, fuel prices are up there. Should you be worried about it as a small business owner? Unless you run a bunch of heavy equipment or a bunch of equipment that run on fuel, no, it shouldn't be a problem for you. I would not even worry about it. I don't worry about it. I don't even care about my fuel, gas mileage, diesel mileage. It needs diesel, put it in there. You gotta get to the job site, right? So, but if you're looking at it per month, per year, yes, you do have to look at that cost, include it in your overhead, and make sure you're not paying for that out of pocket. The customer's paying for the fuel in your vehicle. The customer pays for a bunch of other stuff too, because you're providing a service, right? So that's what I have to say about fuel costs. Yeah, they're high. I don't want to get into political crap. It's out there. I mean, everybody's got to buy fuel. Now, I will say since I have a diesel truck, there is the DEF fluid, and there might be a shortage coming, so you got to pay attention, stuff like that. I did buy pretty much a year's worth of DEF fluid just in case, and that way I don't have to worry about that. And I think it actually has an expiration date, so you gotta be careful. You can't buy like 5 years in advance. So, and then I also have just purchased a couple 55-gallon drums to store diesel in, just in case, because they said that there might be a diesel shortage as well. I need to keep my business going, so it's got to plan ahead. So like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.